Hey, so I'm back. I messed with the lightings a bit today. Whoa, old Brian stuff. Oh no, now I broke it. I can do accents as well. I'm a Russian spy. I can be British, but not really. But at least I'm not like this. In St. Patrick's Day, I had like orange hair. I didn't plan necessarily for that, but I did have orange hair for that. So I was called a leprechaun a lot. The 3 tips for an Irish accent is oi, the I needs to sound like oi, like oi. Oh, I can't even say it. So the word I'll just sound like oil be Irish. Irish need definitely pronounce oil be Irish. What was the other one? Blarney. I'm not very good at accents, so I'm never gonna try anymore. Today, though, I wanted to complain a bit. Tomorrow, I have to go into work. And actually, I go in at 9:45 in the morning until 5. Now, this is the first time I've ever worked like that. It's like an actual 9-to-5 job. I don't know. Whenever I got assigned this, I'm like, wow, that is kind of crazy. Even though it wasn't that big of a deal, really, it's kind of struck me that, like, wow, it's an actual job. I'm growing up. And I was kind of inexplicably sad about that I was growing up, which made me think of one of my favorite quotes, which I have saved in my iPad here. It's from Paper Towns, the book by John Green, who I like a lot. I don't know if you've read any of his books, but they're really good. The Fallen in the Stars, which is, I talked to a few people about it, but I can't remember if you were one of them or not. But I was trying to find it in the book, and I couldn't remember what page it was on. So I just found it online. The fact of me growing up makes me think of this quote. Yeah. Did you know that for pretty much the entire history of the human species, the average lifespan was less than 30 years? You could count on 10 years or so of real adulthood, right? There was no planning for retirement. There was no planning for a career. There was no planning. No time for planning. No time for a future. But then the lifespan started getting longer and people started having more and more future. And now life has become the future. Every moment of your life is lived for the future. You go to high school so you can go to college, so you can get a good job, so you can get a nice house, so you can afford to send your kids to a college so they can get a good job, so that they can get a nice house, so they can afford to send their kids to college. Getting a job and things, it makes me think of that. What's the purpose? The only purpose that I think I can think of is making it better for my kids so that they can get more education, so that they can get their own kids too. And it's just kind of an insane concept to me that why we're in this cycle, which is why I don't like those sort of office sort of jobs and things like that, because it seems like that's the only reason why you're going, just for the money to improve your child's life and not necessarily your own. That's kind of why I want to be like a director sort of thing, because, and I can see the same thing with writing too. It's not like you're in it for the money, obviously, because both of those, it's very unlikely you're gonna get money unless you become really famous or whatever. I am very much an idealist and a dreamer, and I've been criticized about that before by my realist friends and things like that, who would tell me, get a job, that get money, blah blah blah. But I find that my main purpose in life is not necessarily to get money. I don't know, I was just thinking about that today whilst trying to coax myself into going to work tomorrow. I'm not sure what really brought on that whole entire speech or whatever. I was just gonna talk about accents today. I don't know. Did you have a good birthday, Olivia? That's good. You're getting older. Wish I was getting older. How old are you now? 19? I'm only 18. Ah! In other news though, as I figured out yesterday with you, I am way more excited to go to VidCon because the piano guys are gonna be there, which is so cool because I absolutely in love with the piano guys. The music's fantastic and they're just so cool. I'm really excited to meet them, especially Steven Sharp-Nelson, the cellist. I love cellos. So I suppose I'm done talking now.